Hi everyone, Simon Keeling here, and it is Thursday the 16th of August. Thanks again for watching. Sorry this one's updating a little bit late today. It's been one of those days. Trying to decide on where the heavy rain is going to be tomorrow has just been so tricky today. In fact, I'm almost 12 hours into a forecasting shift at the moment, and I've got to admit to being none the wiser as to exactly where it's going to rain tomorrow, where it's going to be heaviest. I've got a rough idea, but I really don't know in the detail. Thanks for watching again though. As always, these sites get free of charge by the adverts you see around the screen, so by you coming back and viewing the site, viewing the charts, using the information that's on here is what generates revenue that keeps it free of charge. Now, not only have we got heavy rain here in the UK to be thinking about, but just out of interest, a hurricane in the Atlantic, and not in the Western Atlantic where you'd expect to see it, but in the Eastern Atlantic. These charts are from weatheronline.co.uk, and just watch this feature here. This is Tropical Storm Gordon. The time is up here in the top left hand corner. Watch what happens to Gordon as I run this sequence through. Look, in it comes, tracking eastwards across the Atlantic. Now, by this stage, you'd be thinking, oh, well, it's just a hurricane in the Western Atlantic. That's what we see, and it'll just fade away as it comes eastwards or develop into an extratropical area low pressure that will affect the British Isles. Oh, no, watch. As it moves on, look, here we are. This is midday tomorrow. But look at it. Look what's happening. It's deepening. That's into Saturday. That's getting into Sunday. These are the Azores Islands here. This is Madeira. Here are the Canaries. Watch what happens as we get into early next week. It maintains itself and it moves across the southern Azores Islands during Monday. That's getting into a proper hurricane as it moves into the Eastern Atlantic before it starts to fade into Tuesday. Pretty unusual to see hurricanes coming quite this far eastwards, and of course hurricanes rely on the temperature of the water to feed them. That's their life source, and you really do need some really warm water in order for them to be able to survive. So what about the Atlantic temperatures? Well, these are the sea surface anomaly temperatures as they are at the moment. Here's the Atlantic. Look, we've got a cold pool of water that's just north of the Azores at the moment, that's in this zone here, but look to the south of the Azores. Look at this warm water that's across the whole of the Atlantic, apart from this cold pool. So you can see we've got some orangey colours there as well through this central part, and that's the track that Tropical Storm Gordon is taking. It's coming across the Atlantic, heading to the south of the Azores, and then following itself up into the western coast of Portugal. Once it leaves this warmer water, it then just dies away completely, and it happens quite rapidly. But before that, it looks as if there could be a hurricane heading towards the Azores. Of course, we'll keep you updated on developments with that as they happen over the coming hours and days. Back to the UK though, and conditions as they are at the moment. This is the chart for this morning. We've got low pressure off western parts of Ireland. Now watch what happens during the next 24 hours or so. Watch that rain down towards the southwest. Up it comes, affecting western and southern parts of the country during the course of tonight. Some heavy bursts of rain for southern coasts of England, some heavy rain across eastern Ireland, western parts of Wales too. Then this rain tracks northwards during the course of Friday, but we get another pulse of rain developing off towards the southwest. That then heads northeastwards through the course of Friday morning, and there could be some very heavy periods of rain affecting southwest England and also Wales, northwest England, western parts of Scotland through the course of Friday, and that includes into Friday evening, although I'm hopeful by tomorrow evening that things should have eased off to some extent. However, as we head through the course of Saturday morning, another area of rain moves its way into southwest England and southern parts of Wales. So we've got this constant moist southwesterly feed coming through the country, producing these periods of rain out towards the west. Further east you'll have noticed it's drier. I think here, yes, there may be one or two showers, but essentially it's dry and it's hot, and it looks like it's going to be drier across eastern Scotland as well. Now in terms of rainfall, this is how we see rainfall totals going up to midnight on the 19th. So this has taken us through to the close of play on Saturday, and you can see how the focus for the heavy rain is across Wales, southern Wales and southwest England. This is 50mm plus of rain, these purple colours. Now I think that these purple colours could extend further eastwards. I think we could be in for 50mm of rain for parts of Cornwall, Devon, for parts of western and southern Wales, and for parts of northwestern England as well. Notice very little rain further east, with just 1 or 2 millimetres coming from those showers, but it's to the west really where we've got to have most concern. Now after that, high pressure does tend to build in for a short time. It's looking as if that area of high pressure, when I can find it for you, there we go, that area of high pressure does develop down towards the eastern parts of the country, and during Sunday I think it will still be there. But you can see how through the Midlands, parts of southwest England, we've still got this line of cloud. This is the remnants of the front that's still producing 1 or 2 spots of rain. A few showers clipping Kent, but generally another very warm day on Sunday across East Anglia and the southeast. Generally dry, I think, for Scotland, northern parts of England, Northern Ireland, the west and the north of Wales too, by the time we get in towards Sunday. Overnight into Monday we're dry with some good clear spells. I think for Monday morning we could find some cloud again, still lingering around parts of the southern and eastern Midlands and southern England, but a ridge of high pressure building in. So for many areas it does become dry, it'll be bright, and there'll be some good spells of sunshine too. Just a few showers affecting western Scotland and the western parts of Ireland. Overnight into Tuesday we become mainly dry, but there's a little feature on Tuesday that could well just produce some showers. Let me just go back. Look, it's across the Midlands, and it may produce a few showers, particularly for northeastern parts of England and across the Midlands once again. I think the southeast is largely dry, apart from 1 or 2 spots of 1 or 2 showers breaking out. But look, I want you to notice this area of thunder rain, how close it is to the southeast. Another area of rain towards the west of Ireland too, and through the period of the afternoon and into the first part of the night on Wednesday, we're going to find that area of rain moving its way eastwards. Now, it mainly affects northern England, Scotland and northern parts of Ireland, but you can see what a mess this weather pattern is. Heavy thundery rain just off the eastern coast, could clip through Kent, Sussex, parts of Suffolk as well before it clears away eastwards. And then as we head in towards Wednesday of next week, low pressure proper comes into Scotland. Rain here through Wednesday. I think elsewhere largely dry with some good spells of sunshine. A cooler day as well. Just a few showers affecting western coasts of Wales. And then as we head in towards Thursday, so we're going to find the low still there through Thursday. Some heavy showers across Scotland, particularly across the west and the west of Ireland. Elsewhere, more scattered showers, most of them affecting western areas, with the east largely dry with good spells of sunshine. Okay, so what about looking ahead? Well, this is how we see things for what it's worth. Let's just knock on the ensemble model. Here's Gordon, look, coming across. This is the late part of the day on Sunday. And you can see it there passing east of the Azores, and then it comes up, it gets fed into our system further north, the remnants of it, but it never really has too much of an impact until we're getting into the course of Wednesday into Thursday. It then gets mixed up with the weather system to the north, and it's this one that brings the heavy showers across Scotland. Heading into the 23rd, which is where we left off with the other chart, so this is on to Thursday, generally dry with some sunny spells around. However, by the weekend, we're looking at another area of low pressure coming in. This area of low pressure is forecast to be centred across the country on Saturday. This looks to be reasonable to me, and it's this breakdown in conditions I've been telling you about again for this last week of the month. So, despite us seeing some drier weather, well, at least some of us seeing some drier weather during the next week or so, by the time we get to next weekend, look, that low is in and bringing unsettled cooler weather with showers or rain for many. However, the low clears away eastwards. We then get into a northwesterly wind, and I think that then brings us sunny spells and showers as we head through towards the 26th and the 27th, which is taking us into a week on Sunday, a week on Monday. However, by a week on Tuesday, another area of low pressure is starting to deepen off towards the west of Scotland, and it looks as if that's going to be tracking eastwards, bringing rain to more northern and western parts of the country. Although again, I'm hopeful the eastern and southern areas may escape the worst of this rain, and it could be that we generally dry there, although it could be rather breezy. However, the southwesterly flow looks like kicking in towards the end of the month. Again, we're focused for rain across western parts of the country, less so towards the east, but probably becoming quite breezy for most of us. So I know that's quite a confusing picture there. Believe me, it's confusing for me as well. So I think what we've got to do really is sit firm for the next day or so. Let's get rid of this heavy rain that's coming through during the next 24 to 48 hours, and then review this situation, see what's going on, and then I'm hopeful that I can give you a long range forecast then getting into the early part of September. I'd urge you to watch the video again tomorrow though. Bring yourself up to date on conditions, see what's changed, and let's see if we can make sense of what's going on out there. So thanks again for watching, and keep the sun shining. Bye for now.